Particular company over here in the United Kingdom has decided to shunter off many of their stores. Literally, well, quite a few, over 100 apparently, are going to be closed down in the next few years. And then, of course, there's all the staff layoffs and all that sort of stuff. Now, you could put this down to a cost of living crisis and all of that. But then, when you think about it, what you've got to do in the world of business is make sure that you don't alienate the customer. And the customer, as we often know for our particular generation, is king. But seemingly now we're very much at the back of the queue. Well, the queue that you have to queue yourself and scan everything and bag everything yourself and then get accused of shoplifting when you get to the door because it beeps and you've done something wrong. Oh dear, were you off on the day that they gave you the training course to do self-scanning? The sort of thing I mean. But this particular company, which was once revered, Boots, has just literally signed its own death knell over here in the United Kingdom. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. You're right. Have you been shopping yet? Have you got your Christmas shopping? I know it's not easy, is it? Look at the prices. And I know we've mentioned this before on the show, so we'll have a lovely wave, sorry. I know we've mentioned this before on the show, but I don't know if you agree with me on this. It's ridiculous, isn't it, when they say if you don't have a club card or whatever they are, Advantage card and all this sort of stuff, it can be £8, but if you haven't got one, it's 18. It's just ridiculous. You just, I won't buy it. If they can do it for £8, they should do it for £8 for everybody, regardless of you giving all that info. Do you agree? I just get so angry with this. Now, here's the thing, right? Boots, really struggling, firing off loads of staff, stores shutting down. What do you need to do at Christmas? Entice people in. Now, the best way to do that really would be to have a homely, friendly sort of marketing campaign, the sort of thing. See, what you do is you hire the person that's alienated so many devoted royal fans and monarchists by basically saying at the King's celebration, oh, remember this? The balcony looked terribly white. She was so offended. We won't give her a name check, but this is an actress who allegedly plays a big part in Bridgerton. You know the sort of thing I mean. She's now been given the starring role in this year's commercial for Boots for Christmas. Now, if you wanted to turn off 50% of the audience, you've very successfully done it. Here's where it gets interesting though. A source tells me, as ever, we have to say allegedly, out at Boots, that they booked this particular person because one of their commercial directors is a huge Bridgerton fan and wanted to recreate something like that. And she couldn't believe her luck in being able to book this particular individual. You see how this works? It's not about you, the customer, or I, or anybody like that. It's that they just want to work, meet, get selfies pictured with that particular individual. Stuff whether the customer cares or how offended they may be. Now, before people say, oh, you're just being anti this, what I'm suggesting is there are lots of great ladies and gentlemen of colour that would not have offended anybody by putting them in the ad. Many different people. Excellent actors, actresses, all in leading roles, doesn't matter where they're from. They deliberately put this person in there to antagonise the dwindling audience. And what people are now saying, literally over here online and on social media, and this is how powerful the customer can be, is buy Boots, we're now going to Superdrug, which is their main rival. And when you think about it, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Because it is very, tricky, shall we say. The cancel culture is out there. We've seen that with the recent election. Madonna, Taylor Swift, everybody put their neck on the line only to realise they're not as popular as they thought. And this is now going to happen to, a company that thought they were incredibly popular. But by putting this particular individual who offended and was rude on such a special day to so many people, well, they can wave bye-bye to their Christmas profits. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.